Hello, welcome to the Fillmore Podcast. I'm the poet. I'm joined by Loco. Today we'll be talking about our favorite games, starting with the 16-bit era. So, Loco, what's going on?
Nothing much, just ready to do this.
Cool. Let's start with the Super Nintendo. Your favorites?
All right, before I get to my list, it's all personal choice. It's going to have a lot of nostalgia into it because you just can't take out the nostalgia of the memories of the games. So, first one I'm going to talk about is Actraiser. Great action game mixed with, I would say, building simulation, godlike simulation. Decent action, amazing music. Building is fun, pretty easy. A little choppy now, but still worth the play. Still fun. Still a really good game. But yeah, it's definitely on my list because it
Yep.
was the first Super Nintendo game I owned.
Yes.
Along with the number two game here, Super Mario World, no shock. Awesome game, awesome music, still looks really good.
Con-
Introduced Yoshi.
controls are
Uh,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, amazing controls. The cape, superpower that you could use and fly around. It was just a perfect game. It still plays as good as it did
hmm
originally.
I think you
Uh,
mentioned younger people playing it now and really enjoying it, right? Is that true?
Yeah, I've seen people, a lot of people on Twitch, starting to play this game for the first time, and they love it. Yeah, it's probably because of the controls, and 16-bit still looks really good today.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong with Super Mario World. Easily my favorite Mario game, and maybe my favorite game of all time too. I just finished it recently again, and you can finish
Yes,
it
it
pretty
is.
fast. I finished it in about 2 days. A lot of
Yeah.
people finish it just one day if you give it time. Yeah, but yeah, very fun. A lot of secrets. Great bad guy levels, and very innovative. What's the word? Innovative. Very
Yes.
innovative.
Innovative. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, check it out if you haven't for any reason. Next on the list, my favorite beat 'em up game of all time. Next on the list is Street Fighter Two Turbo. What can I say about this game? Originally started
Woo-wee.
as an arcade game. Um, Beautiful music, again,
Yeah.
beautiful graphics. The turbo for me because I need that speed. The original
Yes.
just too slow right now. If I try to play the original, I can't. I need that turbo on and the highest stars.
Oh,
And,
Dukin.
and probably my favorite soundtrack of any video game history as well. Ryu, Ken, Guile,
Yeah.
Zangief, all of them. They all bring special memories in my heart. Special shout out to Sagat FU. I hate you. I
Sagat and
hope you
Chili
die.
Pepper, baby.
I hope you rot in hell. And
Tiger,
but
tiger, uppercut, tiger.
he's a cool character, but I hate fighting against him. I always have. And
Yeah.
the last two in the list is a lot of yeah, I would say Turtles in Time easily. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, especially in the late '80s, '90s, were a phenomenon. Put in an awesome Super Nintendo game with amazing controls, good humor, awesome like use of Mode 7, the way you could throw bad guys onto the screen when you hit each shredder. The amazing like story of the whole time traveling and the way they made those levels, like when you're on the ship and you're fighting Bebop or Rocksteady, or like a Westerner and you're fighting Leatherhead in the train. Just yeah, amazing game. It doesn't overstay its welcome. You can finish it in about 35, 38 minutes if you're playing with somebody. Co-op. Only downfall of the Super Nintendo version game, I would say, is they should have used that four-player option because you could buy that
Yeah.
adapter that allows you to play four controllers. It would have been amazing if you could actually play this game with four people.
Yeah.
Other than that, still fun. We just finished it recently again for probably like
Yes.
30th time.
That
And if you
says
want
it
the
all.
true ending, you have to finish it on hard.
Yeah.
But even hard isn't that hard. So this is a good time. The next three games I probably have tied. Uh, Super Castlevania 4. And I came late to this game, played it a bit when I was younger, but I really dove into it in the last year or so. And
Yeah.
what an amazing game. I can't believe I didn't try it before. But
Music is amazing too. Yeah.
music amazing. Better late than
Down,
never.
down, down, down,
Now
down, 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 down.
now really enjoying the Castlevania series slowly one by
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Uh, I love it. I love how the whip you can throw in different directions, and it's not just like frontwards or upwards. You can kind of spin
Right.
it around, do different stuff with it. So yeah, Super Castlevania 4. I think if I had this game as a kid, it would have been maybe my top two games of all time. Really hard though, but
Yeah.
super fun. And the game I tie with it, and I have to give this game respect, is Super Tennis. The best tennis game I ever played.
Yeah.
Uh, People may say Virtual Tennis, Top Spin, but for me, this is where it's at. The controls are
Yeah.
perfect once you get used to them. Uh, I really wish Nintendo made a tennis game like this again. The Mario tennis games have some gimmicks in them, which I don't like. I just like a straightforward tennis game. Being a tennis fan, especially when I was a kid, used to love playing tennis and watching tennis. And yeah, different characters with different skill sets. And just a FYI, if you get the Japanese Super Famicom version, it has different sprites for the players, and they resemble more who are they based on real life, and even the names indicate who they're based off. Like Sampras is in there, McEnroe,
I got
Agassi,
Agassi, right? Right.
yeah, Goran Ivanisevic, we suspect, and
Ivan Lendl, Boris Becker. Yeah.
Becker Becker, yeah. So Monica Seles, Steffi Graf.
Yeah.
So yeah,
True
for
that.
me,
True
yeah,
that.
I have to mention that game.
Yeah.
So Super Tennis, yeah, that's my
Yeah.
Super Tennis list.
Mine is exactly the same, so I won't repeat. The only difference is Zelda. Zelda: Link to the Past. Played it a few years ago. Amazing. Technically, I think the best game in terms of what it did with the 16-bit era. Um, Amazing. It really got me into Zelda games, and fantastic music as well. Uh, yeah, aside from that, I had the same Actraiser, Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, Turtles in Time, Super Castlevania 4 with Street Fighter 2 and Super 10 special mention. So cool. Let's move on to the Sega Genesis.
All right, my Sega Genesis is. I try to keep these lists exclusives only, but I stuck to that for the Nintendo Super Nintendo. After that, I couldn't because a lot of games I played in the both console. But yeah, the Sega exclusives only would be Sonic 3, my first Sonic I owned. Rumored music by Michael Jackson. No one knows for sure if that was true, but it
Yep.
could be, which could be the reason why Sonic 3 is never included in the compilations of all these greatest hits. Maybe because he made the music and they don't have the rights for that anymore. That's what I think personally. Because why is that game never in those collections? So it could be true.
I didn't know about this. Okay.
Introduction of Sonic Knuckles. Of course, the game was too big to fit in one cart, so they made Sonic and Knuckles as a
Right.
separate cart, and you can plug them both together. And
Yep.
if you have the Sonic and Knuckles cart, you can play the original Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 on it too. It gives you
Yep.
bonus games and different things to do. I don't know if you knew that.
And then later a cartridge came in with the full game, right? Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Or was that much later?
No,
Like,
no, no, that never came.
oh, that's
That's
just a
just early
recent thing they
express.
did? Like a
Yeah,
modded
that's
thing?
just yeah, modded thing. It never came together. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
if you have the Sonic and Knuckles cart, you can put the original Sonic in or Sonic 2 and have actually different mini games and different cool stuff to unlock.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Special mention because it's on Super Nintendo and Genesis. It's on the list, but I have to mention Lion King. A lot of people find it hard. It is
Yes.
hard, but it's one of the first games I ever owned in the Mega Drive Genesis, and it's one game I actually finished. And yeah, even with the drawbacks, there are drawbacks. I still love the game. So that's a special mention. But back to the list is Disney's Aladdin, which is a different game to the Super Nintendo one. Uh, did I mention Aladdin? Yeah, Aladdin, which should have been my Super Nintendo too. Sorry, that was tied with Super Tennis and Super Castlevania 4. There are three
Great games.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Aladdin on the Super Nintendo. Let me just quickly talk about that again. Great platforming. I think the graphics are pretty good too. You can't compare to both because one had like the original Disney animators
Disney
on it.
animators, right? The Genesis one had Disney animators, but the
Yeah, so
Super
you can't
Nintendo
compare,
one,
but it still looks good.
pretty good. Yeah.
And the platforming I think is really good. The controls are really tight,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's a good difficulty level too. So you're not going to beat it easily, but it's fun. So yeah,
Yes.
back to the Genesis Aladdin, completely different game. like we just mentioned, animators
Yeah.
there, so it looks amazing. Now you have like a sword action as well as apples.
Hmm.
Also, a difficult game. I still prefer
Yeah.
the other one, but yeah, amazing game. Uh, Next on my
Yeah.
list is Streets of Rage One. It's my favorite Streets of Rage game. I
Wee.
prefer the music on Streets of Rage One too. I don't like the techno music. Streets of Rage Two. Yeah, Streets of Rage One. Axel,
What?
whoever. Yeah, that's amazing, classic,
Yeah.
and yeah, easily my favorite. Beat 'em up on the Genesis. Next on my list is Rambo 3, overhead shooter.
What?
Did you ever
Okay.
play it?
No, no, I'm just no, no. I'm pleasantly
Yeah.
surprised. I need to check this
You
out.
never played it?
Um,
Shut up.
okay, give me a break. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, Rambo 3, a fun overhead shooter. Again, I'm looking at exclusive, right? I don't want to do games that are on both systems.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, overhead shooter, I love Stallone anyway. But yeah, a great game, really fun to play. So, Rambo 3, a game, and then a game I just started playing recently is Crusader of Senti. It's kind of like a Zelda clone, but
Hmm.
kind of easier with less puzzles, but
Yeah.
overhead. Charming game. So I just started it, but yeah, I think
Nice, nice.
I have a feeling it's going to be my list long term.
Yeah, yeah.
And Brian Lara Cricket 96.
BC Lara. Yes, of course.
Too many personal stories about this game, but yeah,
Yeah.
if you like cricket, then you would have loved this game back in the
Beautiful
day.
game. Beautiful game.
That's all I can say about it. Yeah. So Brian Lara
Wonderful.
Cricket. If
Yeah.
you know, then you know. So that's my list for Sega Mega Drive / Genesis.
Right. That leaves me. I'll go for Sonic 2, which is my favorite Sonic of all times. Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which I recently played as a combined cart. AliExpress still love me, baby. Um,
Well, I was gonna make a rule that you can only have one game per franchise. But all right, anyway, go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. Streets of Rage 1 and 2 and Aladdin. Special mention Brian Lara Cricket. So those are my games. A lot of them are similar. Sonic and Streets of Rage tops the list. Aladdin, by the way, the third highest selling game in Genesis history after Sonic.
Well, since
Came-
Sonic 2 and you say Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I guess they're in one position. You can add more games. Where would you add? Hyperstone Heist, maybe? Turtles?
yeah, yeah. Turtles in Time, Hyperstone Heist, definitely. Um, which is basically Turtles in Time, different levels, right? Companion piece to the Super Nintendo, but different enough to worth playing, and it's awesome. All right. Yeah, that's all I had. This was personally just my favorite era from nostalgic and just emotional point of view, the 16-bit era. But let's move on. As time moved on into the late 90s, early 2000s, we went to the PlayStation 1. So what are your
No,
picks?
no, no. Go back, go back. There's a machine I played that you didn't. I still
Ah,
want to talk about
sorry.
it.
Yes. TurboGrafx, Neo
Oh,
Geo.
I was trying to go ahead without looking back in the mirror, seeing the cars coming through. Slow your roll. We
Loco,
didn't ready to move on. You ready to move on.
Loco using metaphors on a podcast. All right, let's go.
So we got to talk about the TurboGrafx 16 / PC engine in Asia market.
Yeah.
This is a console I came to late. Someone I knew as a kid had it. It was either this or they had the Neo Geo in Saudi Arabia. Uh, Back in the day, I just saw someone playing a machine I never seen before, and I can't remember if it was this or Neo Geo, but I vividly remember just the bright graphics. So it could have been Keith Courage, which is like a very pleasantly appealing game, especially back in the day. Or it could have been a Neo Geo, but yeah, I got this machine. I would say about 10
6 years
years.
ago?
10 years ago.
Okay.
10 years
10
ago.
years?
I was
Okay.
yeah. I'll say about 2013, 2012. Yeah. So Turbo Graphics. I had a TurboGrafx box. I had a Turbo Express, the handheld variant as well, boxed complete.
Yep.
I had the PC Engine GT, which is also the handheld Japanese version that plays PC Engine games. So my list is going to be Blazing Lasers, shoot 'em up. Very fun game, awesome music. Next is Ninja Spirit. It's kind of like I would say Shinobi mixed with Ninja Gaiden, with its own like special power ups. Like you can get power up where you you multiply. So like you'll have 2 or 3 different versions of yourself helping you. So if you jump and hit, they're gonna do that too behind you or in front of you. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of run and slash and kill as many people as you can.
Yep.
Bonk's Adventure 2 Revenge. So Bonk's Revenge,
Yeah.
amazing platforming game. I played the first one as well, really fun, but the sequel for me was the best. Legendary Axe, again, the
Hmm.
side-scrolling action game.
Yep.
Dude with his axe messing people up. And Bloody Wolf, which is basically Arnold Schwarzenegger and Stallone. Uh, Not complete top down, but like what do you call it?
Yeah.
Isometric maybe.
Yeah. Is
Shooter.
that
Just
the single player one? The one that doesn't
yeah,
have the
yeah, the
gun?
sing yeah. Arcade was 2 player, but the
Oh, right, right,
TurboGrafx
right.
one is just single player. So we should get
Okay.
that in MAME. It'll be fun. So yeah, just going
Yeah,
around
yeah.
blowing shit up basically. So yeah,
Sounds good to me, man. Blowing shit up is always fun.
yeah,
Um,
that's my TurboGrafx.
my
You
experience is limited, but I would go for Box Adventure. I played about halfway, so I really enjoyed that series. I think I would like it if I keep playing more. And I tried Splatterhouse and Legendary Axe just to see what they were like, and they were pretty cool. So it's something I'm looking forward to continuing to discover.
and you had a peek of Blazing Lasers too, right?
Blazing Blazers as well, yeah, which I think Velocity X, the indie game, is based on. So yeah, definitely excited to try some more TurboGrafx games. Yeah.
All right,
Right.
now let's go to PS1.
Yeah, PS1. I'll go first, real quick. I'll go for Tekken, International Superstar Soccer, Gran Turismo, Rallycross, and Worms. What about you?
Rallycross. That was my game. You never played Rallycross.
I did play it.
You played Gran Turismo.
I played Rallycross as well. Then,
Is it Gran Turismo on your list? The first one? You love Gran
yeah,
Turismo.
yeah, it was number three. I put it in.
All right.
Tekken, Soccer, Gran Turismo, Rallycross, Worms. I didn't play the PlayStation One that much. That's the only reason. Um,
That was more
it,
my. That was my machine.
yeah, I mean, maybe I would put Tekken 2 as well instead of Rallycross, possibly. But it was your machine, like you said. I basically just played soccer really on it and Tekken.
Okay, for me, it's Rallycross, the first game I actually got with the machine.
Yeah.
Fun racer that no one talks about. Street Fighter 2 Alpha 2. So Street Fighter Alpha 2 came out. Uh, again, it's another game of the Street Fighter franchise, which is kind of a prequel
Yeah.
to the original Street Fighter 2 games. SmackDown 2. It may play like garbage now, but at the time it was really fun. Really excited to have that. And compared to the shitty Attitude and Warzone games, it was a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, yeah.
SmackDown 2.
Yeah.
Tekken 2. I think awesome beat 'em up, fun.
Yep.
And I played
Did we
Virtual
have
Fighter first.
one and two? Or did we just have two? I can't even remember. Which one did we have? You have.
Uh, I think I had 2, I believe. Maybe both, I can't remember. But one of them, I think the other one I had a demo of. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure I had 2. Maybe I had 2
yeah.
later, but
Yeah, you had two. So I changed it to two then from one. Okay.
and Crash Bandicoot. Just a really
Oh
fun
yeah.
platformer. Naughty Dog.
Supposed
Naughty
to be
Dog, I love you,
classic.
baby.
Wait, Naughty God made Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
why in Uncharted 4 you can play Crash Bandicoot.
I
Remember?
just yeah, I know that. I just thought they had some deal with the company or something. I don't know. It was the same company that made it. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
same company. So
right. Yeah,
Crash Bandicoot, that's my PS1.
sweet. Yeah, that's all for PS1. I would just also like to mention Brian Ladder Cricket on PS1, but yeah, let's go on to N64. You go first.
Before N64, I'll just quickly mention Saturn. I know you haven't played that at all, so I'll
No,
just
not at
quickly
all.
go through the list.
Yep, yep.
Again, Street Fighter Alpha 2, same as the PS1, but I think it was a little better on Saturn. A game called Clockwork Knight. Cool, like side-scrolling platformer with like Toy Story type graphics. There are 2 games on that. Sega Rally Championship, another platformer, 3D Bug, and Die Hard Arcade was really fun. Again, a machine I haven't played too much of, but these games are really fun. All
Yeah,
right, let's go to the 64.
cool. N64. Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. probably similar to everybody else's list. So Mario Kart 64,
Yep.
THQ's WCW Revenge,
Of course. Yeah.
the game that, well, I guess it was based it's on a Japanese series, but for the
Yes.
West,
Yeah.
it started everything. The WCW Revenge.
Greatest game of all time of wrestling, I think. But anyway.
In the same vein, I would have tied WWF No Mercy and WrestleMania,
Yep.
just because it gives you the WWF characters now. And GoldenEye, even though it may not play amazing today, you got to go with how much fun you had when it came out, because that's when it was
Yeah.
uh,
Well,
targeted
it's
for,
still
right?
fun. I played it last year. It's still fun. It's a little difficult to control, but
Yeah, I
still
mean,
fun.
it's not as fun or close to being as fun as it was, but you have to look back at that time how good it was. So
Yes.
GoldenEye has to be there.
Groundbreaking. Yeah. Definitely.
And a game I played a little on N64, but I played more on the 3DS is Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
Need to get back to that, but it was so fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ocarina of Time, what a game! That's
Yeah.
my N64 list.
Yeah.
And special
Um,
shout out to Perfect Dark. I still love you, baby.
my list is exactly the same. So GoldenEye, Mario 64, and the three wrestling games you mentioned. So I don't really have much more. I guess Perfect Dark is the only one I would like to play because I haven't played it that much. Like the last thing to play. Star Fox 64 was pretty fun, except it was pretty hard. I think I got like halfway and
Uh,
died, and you had to
Star
start
Wars
from.
Racer is pretty fun too. We had that Star
Yeah, Star
Wars
Wars Racer, definitely. Um, the
NBA
ISS
Live 90, NBA
Pro,
Live 2002 or 2001 was.
yeah, NBA Live, Pro Evolution, which was International Soccer Star 64. That was pretty fun.
And
Mar-
yeah, a good thing to note was the
Mario 64.
N60, N64 and PlayStation 1 Pro Evolution and ISS were actually completely different games.
Yeah, they were. They were. Mario 64, just for its groundbreaking, it's hard to play now, but just for its groundbreaking element, same as GoldenEye. So that wraps up the N64. Any other mentions before we head to PlayStation 2?
Uh, Not
Any
top of
other
my head. There
machines?
are, I got uh, 3DO. I'll talk about the 3DO.
Yeah, 3DO. Go on.
I had the Jaguar too. That's not even worth talking about, so we'll go straight to 3DO.
Didn't AJ Styles buy the Jaguar in one of his videos? The
Yeah.
wrestling champ.
I mean, it's a cool thing to have, but it doesn't
It's
have
not
many
very
great
good.
games.
Yeah, creatively,
Alien
yeah,
vs Predator is really good on it. It's like a Doom style game, but Alien vs Predator.
yeah,
Jaguar, I'll give it that. It
yeah.
had Bruce Lee, but that was on other machines as well.
Fatim Brothers had it, and they were like showing it off. Oh, look, this is gonna be the next thing, but it never was. Yeah,
I mean, it's still cool, but yeah,
yeah.
I haven't played it enough to have a top five list or anything like
Right,
that. So
right, cool. And 3D,
3DO, Panasonic
3DO, yeah,
3DO,
yeah,
Night Trap, just for the history about it, how along with Mortal Kombat, it started the whole rating system.
right,
Again, it's not really a game; it's just like an interactive experience.
yeah,
So I kind of feel like playing that again. I might bring down the 3DO. I'll still have
yeah.
mine.
So it's just to for people who don't know, it's actually filmed actors, right?
Yeah, so a full motion video, they call it
Yeah,
FMV,
yeah,
which
right.
means it's all actually recorded actors, and you make choices and you do things that change the outcome, or you
Yeah,
basically fail and the game ends.
kind of like a precursor to Telltale, you'd say, right? Like the choice system and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, but it's like that. Like a Dragon Lair, I guess, started that stuff on arcades where
Oh yeah, yeah, right, regular, right,
that kind of
exactly.
stuff. But yeah, but this is real actors.
Cool. Any other games on 3DO before we move on?
Yeah, I got
Any other?
Demolition Man, which
Ooh,
different stages is different things. I actually find it pretty fun. First
yeah.
stage is like a light gun shooter. You can use the controller for that.
Hmm.
Then it goes to like side scrolling beat ups. It has different stages, does different things. So
Yeah.
it has special recorded Stallone scenes just for this game as well.
Wow, I didn't know this. You have this
Like you know,
game still?
yeah, I think I have it in the attic somewhere. Or so
Okay.
so yeah, special scenes recorded. Stallone doing the voice. Road Rash was really fun on the 3DO. I think it was Road Rash
Oh,
3
Road
or
Rash.
Road Rash
Yeah,
4.
Road Rash was.
There's one of the yeah Road Rash.
Yeah,
I would put that in the Genesis list too. I guess one of them. I can't remember which one I played. I think it was two.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. They have a version 2 for Panasonic 3DO. I had that again.
Wow.
Kind of hard to control with three buttons, but still fun because I love that game so much.
Yeah,
Then Wing Commander 3, Mark Hamill acting in it
yeah.
with full.
Oh,
Again,
I
another
remember that.
FM.
on the PC. Yeah, Mark
Yeah,
Hamill. Yeah,
same game as Mark Hamill acting full F&B game.
yeah.
It's called Heart of Tiger, so that's pretty fun too. So that's my list for the 3DO.
Sweet. Really, really interesting machine there, 3DO. Let's move on to the next era, which was within next N64 actually, PlayStation 2, just after I think. Um, I had Pro Evolution 2, Pro Evolution 4, GTA San Andreas, my favorite 3D game of all time, GTA Vice City, and Brian Lara Cricket. What about you?
I have Pro Evolution, all of them. I'm just using one game per series.
Right.
Shut Your Mouth, SmackDown, SmackDown Shut Your Mouth.
Yeah.
Very close to SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain. I just prefer
Yeah.
Shut Your Mouth a little bit more.
Yeah.
It had the whole NWO guys returning, Hogan, and it remade the cutscenes as well from the actual
Oh,
storyline.
yeah, 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 yeah. Right, right. I
So
remember
that GTA Vice City,
that. Yes.
Scarface PS2 version. Again,
Ooh,
it's
we
also on Xbox, but I
true
played it
that,
more
true
on
that.
the PS2. Persona 4, a really fun RPG game with a good story.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my list for PlayStation 2.
Nice, nice. No Brian Lara? Did you play the one on PS2 that much?
Yeah, I did, but no, so it didn't make the list.
Okay, cool, cool. All right. Any other machines? I'm gonna move on to PlayStation 3 slash Xbox 360 era.
There's Dreamcast and GameCube.
Yeah, yeah, go on. I didn't play those. I didn't much, but you did. So any?
You played a GameCube, you forgot.
No, no, I played it, but I really just
Uh,
played the wrestling game, Day of Reckoning.
all right, let me go to the list fast. Then Dreamcast, I have Shenmue 2, which
Yeah.
was released in Europe. Daytona
Right.
USA,
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure 1, Virtual Tennis 2, Crazy
Ooh.
Taxi,
Yes.
Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Yeah.
So that's my Dreamcast list there. And my GameCube is Day of Reckoning 1. I guess
Hmm.
you could put 2 there as well.
Yeah.
Mario Kart Double Dash, Luigi's Mansion, Star Fox Adventures, which is a completely different Star Fox game where you're actually playing as what's his name? I can't remember his name, but Fox. You're playing as him,
Yeah.
wandering around, fighting people with your weapons, and kind of like an RPG, action RPG.
Yeah.
And a game a lot of people should play is a Beautiful Joe. So it's like a side-scrolling Capcom beat 'em up, but you get to
What?
like control like time, so you can like slow it down and stuff like that.
Ooh.
So Beautiful Joe.
I need to play some GameCube, man. I didn't play much. I really didn't play much, except for Mario Kart and the wrestling games. Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah,
'Cause-
so
yeah, because Mario
Luigi's
Sunshine.
Mansion is really fun too. So
Yeah, I didn't know that Luigi's Mansion went back that far. Um, I did not like Super Mario Sunshine. Were you the same with the Super Mario Sunshine?
yeah, there's a reason it's not on the list
Yeah, that game is just not good. I tried it
because
recently.
the
It was
Mario game and it sucks.
yeah, it pretty much sucks. Like I am not playing that game. All right, now we can jump into
Xbox, original Xbox, I got as well.
yes, Xbox, which you had, I didn't. But my only mention is WWE Raw, and I'll leave it.
So
I'll leave it to you. Yeah.
for me, Top Spin again. As you can tell, I'm a huge tennis guy, and
Yeah.
it's an amazing game. Basically, it's virtual tennis slowed down a little bit on the original Xbox.
Yes.
Jade's Empire, which is kind of like a Shenmue type of game,
Yeah.
RPG action. I believe in the ancient times of Asia. I can't remember it exactly. I played it a long time ago. Need to play it again. Jade Empire. WWE Raw 2. Not a great game, but there's fun memories of putting my own music in entrances. So that was something new, especially in consoles. You can do that where you can put music on your hard drive. Then you can actually give the wrestlers whatever music you wanted. The graphics for the time though were amazing too. For Raw 2, right? Especially when you compare it to anything PlayStation 2 was doing.
Yeah, that really blew my mind. That Raw game, which I really love that
Uh,
game.
Another game I already mentioned before, but it was I played it more on the Xbox with Shenmue 2.
Hmm.
So again, a very slow paced game, but if you have time, it's fun. But yeah, it's more a little faster than Shenmue 1, which I can't even play anymore. But like Shenmue 2, that's kind of started this whole open world gaming. Definitely ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And the last game is Knights of the Old Republic, a Star Wars game, which I believe was
Oh,
originally on PC.
yeah, that was on the Xbox as well. Wow.
Yeah, it's also on Switch now. You can download it for cheap. I don't know
Oh,
how well
really?
it aged, but it's there. So I don't know. Probably worth it just to give it a shot for five
I'm
pounds or
doing
so.
that tonight. Okay. Anyway.
Basically, yeah, you start off as a Jedi. You make your own guy basically,
Yeah.
and throughout your actions, you can choose if you're going to be more
Sith
uh,
or
Sith or a Jedi. So
Jedi.
yeah, it does actually count. You actually make decisions on what you do. So
Oh, good, good.
I think
Okay.
there were two games in that, but yeah, Knights of the Old Republic.
Nice, nice, nice. Right. Now we can move on to the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 era. A lot of these games were in both, so I just combined them. But for me, GTA 4, which was on Xbox 360, Red Dead Redemption, GTA 5, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 2. Let's take a moment to recognize the amazingness of this game and the Last of Us. Of course, Uncharted 1 and 3, a special mention as well. And one of the best eras, Skyrim, another special mention, was this era.
Special mention. You love Skyrim. That should not
Yeah,
be a special mention.
well, the only thing was the loading. If the loading was better, it would have replaced Last of Us. But I was thinking about it carefully. Last of Us was better for me, more fun because of the
But
storyline.
it should
But
make the list because you don't really have a dedicated Xbox list 360, and Last of
yeah,
Us
but
PS3.
it was on PS3. All right, I'll put Skyrim as well. Skyrim, yeah, definitely Skyrim. Awesome game. Um, I think that covers it for me. LA Noir as well, I suppose. Uh, and that's it.
I'm
What
gonna
about you?
mention a game, and then you're gonna agree with me. You
Did
missed
I?
two games.
Oh, I know I forgot something. All right, go on.
I'll get to it later. Okay, so I'll say PS3 and Xbox right after it together, I
Okay.
guess. PS3 Uncharted 1 and 2,
Yeah,
amazing games. 3 was good, but they
not as
tried
good.
new things. It didn't work for me. And it
Yeah,
didn't work for a lot of people. For a lot of people, it's the worst game in the main storyline.
but still pretty good even without. It's
That's
just the
still pretty good.
fighting system was a bit Batman.
Red
Comp.
Dead
Yep,
1,
yep,
GTA 4,
yep.
which I played more on the PC actually. We'll go to the PC in the end. Metal Gear 4, where you play as Solid Snake.
Yeah,
Uh, really fun game, amazing graphics. I'm not a huge Metal Gear fan, so I really enjoyed it. I know
yeah.
some people have issues with the story, but as someone who's just like a casual player, I
Casual.
really enjoyed it. A game I
Right.
do want to check out even more now again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry, it's not Solid Snake. It's I forgot his name. Big Boss. Big Boss is the main character in this. So the guy with the eye patch, uh, basically is shit. I can't remember. I got Metal Gear's confusing as hell.
Isn't the eye patch guy Snake?
Yeah, I think eye patch is Snake, and Big Boss is the one without the eye patch. But they're not the same person. Big Boss, they basically took his DNA and kind of made two different soldiers. One of them is Solid Snake. So the Solid
Okay.
Snake is kind of like a replica of Big Boss, but yeah. Let me
Okay.
know. That was really good.
Anyway, that was the Metal Gear Solid backstory, which no one asked for.
No one understands.
No one understand. I don't know what the hell
Yeah,
they're on.
you are a Solid Snake. You got the iPad, so you're an older Solid Snake.
Okay,
But yeah,
okay. I did
yeah.
try that a little bit, but I did not know the backstories and stuff. Okay, what else?
Even I don't know the full backstory, but yeah, that's the main. Yeah, there is like a couple. So yeah, that's really fun. The Last of Us as well, of course. Pro Evolution, all of them, I guess, in that era.
Yep.
And then kind of 360, I played Street Fighter 4 more on the 360. A really fun Street Fighter game. Gears of War 1.
Hmm.
Uh, never finished it, but really fun. I want to get back into that series too. Saints Row 1, which I believe was a 360 exclusive. That was really
Hmm.
fun as well.
Yeah.
Again, GTA 4, just like PS3. And Sleeping Dogs, ladies and gentlemen, for both
Ah, damn it!
PS3 and 360.
I forgot about that.
And probably the best boxing game ever made, Fight Night Champions, for
Oh,
both
I
the
forgot
two.
about that too.
And I actually enjoy it more on the 360 Fight Night Champions.
Yeah.
Would you? I'm surprised you didn't put Mass Effect in your list.
No, actually, I was. It's not my favorite. Like I like it quite a lot, but it's just not my favorite because I haven't played all of them. I just played part three, a little bit of one, never played two. So I felt it wasn't. I didn't play enough to put it in there. But special mention there, Sleeping Dog. I probably would put instead of maybe Last of Us, but the rest is pretty much the same. Um, cool. So before we head to the PlayStation 4, there's the Nintendo Wii and Nintendo DS, 3DS, which
I
I
don't think
guess.
we should do leave the handhelds for some other show.
Oh, okay,
Otherwise, you have to talk about the original game. Oh, there's too many. We need to talk about that in detail. I think.
okay. What about Nintendo Wii? You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, you go for it. I didn't make a list for that.
Just Super Mario Galaxy, which recently remade on Switch. Wii
One
Sports
and
is
two.
just one. I haven't played part two. Wii Sports, New Super Mario Brothers U, which was remade as deluxe. Mario Kart and Need for Speed, which you could use the controller with. So those were my picks. This was more of a casual machine. I didn't play it like hours and hours, but some cool, 30-minute to.
Just a correction. Yeah, it's called New Super Mario Brothers Wii, not you. You is the one on Wii U.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, which is not remade then because the Wii U one was remade, so that's still original. So yeah, that Mario Kart Need for Speed. Need for Speed. You any different games?
I'll put Boy in the Blob, which is like a puzzle game. The original game was on Nintendo. I don't know if this is like a continuation or a remake, but same main two characters.
Hmm.
Where you're a boy and it's like a puzzle game, and you have to go through this path, and you got a bubble type of guy who can change it to different shapes, and you have to use the right shapes at the right time. Very
Okay,
fun game.
cool.
I would say Donkey Kong Country for the Wii. A hard game, but still really fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun as well.
I was
Top of my
surprised that you
head.
didn't put that in your SNES as a special mention, Donkey Kong Country. Did you? Was that one of your favorite series on the Super Nintendo?
I mean, yeah, but it's top 10. But yeah, I got it
But
for
didn't.
the other ones before that. Yeah,
Okay. Anything else?
those games are interchangeable. So I would say Resident Evil, light gun shooter was kind of fun on the Wii.
Yeah, I remember that.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
Mario Galaxy 2, I did play a little bit of. It was really fun as well.
yeah,
So I would put Mario Galaxy 2. Other games are just like games that came on other systems. Scarface is also on Wii.
yeah.
Yeah.
Skyward Sword, Zelda is not bad.
But yeah, I think yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
I can't
Um,
think. I know there are other good games, but I just can't think of any more. Sorry, Twilight Princess. I had that. That was kind of fun. I
oh,
know it's better on the GameCube.
Yeah, Zelda.
Zelda Twilight Princess.
Right.
I also had Resident Evil 4, the Wii version. That was fun
Yeah,
too.
cool.
And yeah,
Um, Innovative machine because of the gaming, the casual gaming stuff, the motion sensor stuff.
and
So
a really good introduction of old machines that you could download games of. So like
yeah, that's it.
the
Yeah.
the whole store. I think that
Virtual
was awesome.
console, I think it was called.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Virtual Console. That was
yeah.
amazing.
And I
This
think a lot of everyone else, Xbox, PlayStation, kind of copied that recently later, right? Like you can get older games on the newer systems. The retro market really blew up because of the Wii.
Yeah, and
I think Wii
they
was the
got the
first.
rights to do like they got the rights for like TurboGrafx games too, and some Neo Geo at the time. So it
Oh, I
wasn't
didn't know
only
that.
Nintendo games. It had
Yeah,
like Genesis, a lot of different
yeah, yeah.
companies. So that was cool.
Very innovative by Nintendo. It's always innovative. So before we jump into the current era, which is the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch, we must mention the PC from we only did the 90s because PC obviously has been around for 30, 40 years. So the 90s PC, I had Dune 2, Monkey Island 2, Indiana Jones, The Fate of Atlantis, Day of the Tentacle, and Full Throttle. Um, Special mention post the '90s is Minecraft, but I won't go into the games afterwards. What about you? '90s PC.
Mine is mixed '90s with a bit of other stuff, but yeah, it's Monkey Island 2, Day of
Mm,
Tentacle,
mm,
No One Lives Forever.
oh,
That also came out on PS2 later, but that's why I play the PC online capabilities.
yes.
Broken Sword 2,
Oh, yes.
and the first platformer I ever made, I had to mention it, is Captain Comic.
Oh my god,
Just
I
for
remember.
nostalgia, first
Yeah,
I
yeah,
played this before Mario, so
yeah,
Captain Comic makes a list. A lot of other PC games, but yeah, that's just
yeah.
most of them are point and click adventure stuff. But yeah,
That's true. Just before we jump in, just special mention Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers one and 2 and 3, the first Castlevania. All right, let's jump into. Let's go for PlayStation 4. Now we did do a PlayStation 4 podcast, so you can go back and check out our favorite games. But just picking five myself again: Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider Man,
oh, the
Arthur, John Marston, Uncharted 4, Far Cry 4, and Batman Arkham Knight. Those are my five. You?
my list is the same, so just go and hear that again. I'll probably
Okay.
add a special mention to Terminator, the
Yeah,
new Terminator game, Resistance. I love that
Terminator
game,
Resistance. Yeah, it's a good
yeah,
game.
I would
Yeah,
add that to that whatever list I had before.
yeah. I'll just add some indie games: Fez, Limbo, and Inside. But there are more indie games, but they were on the PlayStation 4 to the Nintendo Switch, which is probably the machine we play most nowadays over the last year or so. Would you agree? Like in terms of just time spent?
Yeah, I would say last 6 months. Yeah, I
Yeah,
really jumped into
I
it.
played so much last year. So for me, at the moment is Zelda Breath of the Wild, which I'm really loving, which I came to quite late. Actraiser Renaissance, which was a very delightful remake of Actraiser, which is my favorite game, and they really did a good job with the remake. Zelda Link's Adventure, which was a remake of a Game Boy game, amazing remake that really got
Link's
me.
Awakening.
Sorry, Link's Awakening, Zelda, which really got me into the Zelda series. I went back and played Link to the Past and now Breath of the Wild, all because of this game. Fantastic remake. Sonic Mania, which was amazing homage to the first three Sonic games made by independent studio. Pretty much the levels from the first three Sonic games, kind of like a best of Sonic. Really got me into Sonic as well. And the independent game, which is on a lot of systems, but I really enjoyed Nintendo Switch. Stardew Valley, which ruined your life. Your turn.
Just before I get to the Switch, I'm gonna hit up on the Wii U for a little bit. Console I got near the launch. It flopped, but I still enjoyed it. Many reasons why it flopped. Not gonna go into it, but quick shout outs to Mario 3D World that got ported to the Switch. Zombie Wii U. That game was also on other consoles, but what made this cool was you could actually see your map and your weapons and stuff on the actual little touchscreen
Yeah.
joypad, the Wii U pad. Mario Kart 8, the original one. Splatoon. I really got into Splatoon because of this. And I'll say Mario Maker, where you make your own Mario levels. And you can play other people's levels too online. All right. Now, if I go to the Switch, go in Mario Party Superstars, a game I just recently played. Uh, did not really play Mario Party before, but pleasantly surprised how fun it is with other people.
Yeah.
Go Mario Kart 8 Deluxe,
Mhm.
Stardew Valley.
Yep.
Uh, just checked yesterday, I did about 180 hours in that. Zelda Link's Awakening, also a game that got me into Zelda.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. It's a more simplified Pokemon game, but
Okay.
again,
Wait, yeah. Stardew Valley only 180 hours? I thought it was more.
I mean, that's just one game. I played yours too a bit, so I can't count that. I don't know how much I played there.
Okay.
Only 180.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, like I was saying, it's a more simplified Pokemon game, which is good for me because I really haven't played too much Pokemon before. Just a little bit of Pokemon Gold on the original Game Boy.
Yeah.
Played a little bit of Red. I didn't think I would like these type of games, but I think this game got me excited for these kind of games, and I
Yeah.
might even check out the new Pokemon game, which is kind of like an open world. Pokemon game with like you can like elements of Breath of the Wild in there and stuff. So
Wow. Okay.
a lot of people enjoying it, but yeah, a very easy pick up and play, and yeah, there's something that got me into like grinding and stuff, which I hated before. So I would say yeah, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu,
Nice.
and yeah, that's five right there. So still
Cool.
playing the Switch, so the list might change in the future,
True.
but
True.
yeah, I mainly like it just because how quick it is. The
Yeah.
startup, load up, you can just get a game much faster than if you try and load the same game on like on the PlayStation 4 or
Yeah.
Xbox
More
One.
reminiscent of the Super Nintendo Sega Genesis era,
Yeah,
almost.
just like yeah, quick loading.
Yeah. Probably
Uh,
why retro games and retro collections work so well on the Switch. There's so many of them.
yeah, obviously the higher grade, higher more powerful games I would play on other systems, but
Right. Right.
right now for the games I'm playing, the Switch is doing nicely, and yeah, that's my
Are you
list
trying
for.
to say that the Nintendo Switch is delightful?
I guess.
Yeah. So one question: when you said the Mario 3D World, that was ported directly to the Switch. That's the same game that's on the Switch, Bowser's Fury, and Mario 3D World. And was Bowser's Fury also on the Wii U?
No, Bowser's Fury was made just for the Switch version, but the 3D World is a direct port of the Wii U game.
Ah, okay, and they just made a little game, Bowser's Fury, to add to that. Okay, cool. Because I was started playing that recently, again yesterday. So yeah, that concludes our favorite games on all the various systems. Obviously, we didn't include the handheld systems, but we'll save that for another time. So I'm Poet, and he's Loco, and we're out. Any last words before we go?
No, no, Friday
Okay,
reference.
Friday reference. And with that, we are out.